Atma Namaste. I'm Priyanka Jain, a basic and advanced pranic healing trainer. So this month we will try to understand the root cause of diseases on emotional and spiritual level. Now when you are hearing this, it may be new to a lot of people, but I would still suggest you to listen to this talk with an open mind, and maybe you may relate and find answers to your physical issues. Okay, so these talks or what I'm saying, a lot of it is inspired and based on by books and articles from Lise Bourbeau and Louise Hay, and various other books and articles that I have read on emotions behind diseases. And as we heal regularly, we also try and understand what is the emotion that is causing the person pain. Also, pranic healing course of psychotherapy helps us to analyze why certain chakras malfunction due to blockages caused by certain beliefs and thought patterns that the person has been carrying around for some time, which result in certain diseases and discomfort. So you may also keep a pen and paper while watching this video, so that you may write down your thoughts or any ideas that might come up, so that it may help you to identify certain thought lines which may not be serving us or which may be limiting. So let's start. I hope you have your pens and paper ready. A lot of these thought lines will come to us when we ask ourselves certain questions. Okay, so in order to pinpoint the cause of our physical illness more accurately, we would have to ask certain questions to ourselves. So ask yourself these questions that we will be discussing now. So these questions will help us realize certain thought processes that is causing a physical block, an emotional block, or a mental and a spiritual block. So the first question could be, what are the words that best describe what I'm experiencing inside or on my body, and how do I feel about it? So you write what you're experiencing. What is it causing you inside? The answer to the above question reflects what we are experiencing regarding the person. So it could be related to a person or a situation that is the root cause of your illness or our illness. So it could be an incident from past, probably. The second would help us identify the emotional block, the thought that is creating an emotional block. The first part would be, what is this illness preventing me from doing and or having? For example, let's take the example of knee pain. It does not allow me to walk comfortably or even run. It takes my movement of freedom. Okay, it takes my freedom of movement. So I'm not comfortably able to climb stairs, or it's not easy to walk a kilometer or even half a kilometer or get across the road, whatever it is. The answer to this question represent one or more desires that are being blocked. The second part would be, if I allowed myself to achieve these desires, what would I be? So if I have certain desires, for example, I want to climb mountains, if I allowed myself, then what would it be? For example, if I'm able to walk, I would be able to do so many activities like running. Or for example, if I didn't have the knee pain, I would be able to do so many activities like running or climbing or go on a pilgrimage or go on a vacation, where I will not restrict myself from activities like cycling or parasailing or rafting or swimming, etc. The third part would help us analyze the mental block. If I allowed myself to be or to have the knee pain or be depressed, so we fill the blank from the previous question. What unpleasant situation would happen to me, and what would people think of me, or what would I think of myself? Okay, so these are common questions that we unknowingly do ask ourselves. What would I think of myself? So this would help us understand the mental block that we are carrying. The answer will correspond with the harmful belief that has been blocking us from meeting our own needs and achieving our dreams. So we have dreams, everybody has dreams and aspirations, but these belief systems do not allow us to achieve. This belief manifest as a physical block. Now the fourth one is interesting because it will help us identify the spiritual block. So when we refer to the answer to the second part in the emotional block, our response would indicate a deep and a profound need that is being blocked by an inappropriate belief system. Okay, so there is a belief or a pattern of thought that we've been carrying that is not appropriate or not serving us good. So when we see all of these answers, the conclusion to all of these key questions, once we are able to unearth the belief that blocks us from being what we really want or need, we will need to work on it, right? So this is just an exercise to help us identify, because most of us are not even aware that this is what is creating an issue in us. So the first step is to acknowledge that at some point of time I decided to believe in this. I thought that this belief would prevent me from suffering the same pain over and over again, right? So the next step is to ask yourself or ask myself that if I still need to believe in this in order to be happy. Now, if my answer is yes to this, then you have determined that this belief is still of use to you. Then by all means, continue to believe it and behave the way you have always been. But don't expect any change in your life. Because for things to change, we have to make certain changes. Because we are the architect of our own life. Just know that by refusing to go towards what I want in life or what you want in life, the life remains the same. Okay, so we are just refusing to go towards what we want. If I have determined that my belief is still partly true, but it makes me unhappy, or it is not serving me any good, just determine if it has reduced in strength in the last couple of years. If it has, it will be a lot easier to let it go. And by doing so, we will be on the road to recovery. So this will help us to be able to change the pattern, to replace the pattern. When we know deep inside that I want to change this belief, all that remains from our end is to achieve our desires, and in order to be what I want to be what you want to be, right? So in the next few videos, we will be analyzing certain causes or certain belief systems that are the reasons for certain common ailments that are prevalent today. We can just listen and see if that is actually the cause for us, and if it is not serving us well, we have to try and make certain changes. We can also include certain affirmations, because affirmations work really well if you've read certain books of Louise Hay. Affirmations are like positive seeds that we are planting in the fertile ground of our minds, so that they may grow and result in positive thoughts and attitudes. There are other practices that we can include, that would be meditations or chantings to help us cleanse our aura or our energy body of these thoughts that have been there for quite a long period, right? So I will leave you today with this thought. Do write in if you do get insights. Thank you so much. Until the next video, Atma Namaste. Have a good day.